What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Miami University Esports, and we've got some more Overwatch coming to you this Wednesday. A bit of an unscheduled, it was a reschedule from a game previously,
Yeah, a
but
couple of weeks ago, back-to-back Overwatch days. Unfortunately, we did not stream it yesterday because ESC broadcast that one live. So good for them doing all that. Good games yesterday. Believe we did win that one, going 5-3 now in ESC, and we have another one at University of Toledo, currently 0-8. Realistically, this should be a pretty good game, I believe. Granted, I believe Miami should usually take the win here because what was their stat line as well last season?
last season Toledo ended the regular season 0-13. I wasn't able to quite find their roster for this semester, so I'm not totally sure if it's the same team or similar team, whether they kept the same core or whatnot. But we'll have to see what they can do.
Yeah, and on another note, this past weekend was a very fun time. I got to go watch the Overwatch team compete at the UKY land, hosted by University of Kentucky, along with being able to meet Samido, who you don't know is a very popular Overwatch streamer who was very prolific during back in the Overwatch One era.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it was very cool meeting him, being able to watch some games. It was good games. Our team placed fifth and sixth, I believe. They didn't really separate it, so I believe that's where we placed. Not a bad placing overall. It was only a few people's only really second LAN,
Yeah.
so good on them. Good experience. And this weekend they go compete in Queen City Clash. Excuse me. Yeah, Queen City Clash down in Cincinnati. That one be fun. I get to go there as well. It'll be nice, little enjoyment, little relaxation weekend.
A bit of fun,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we've got our first map already, which is a bit of a strange feeling. Usually you have to wait and then take a while to find new maps, but it looks like we're gonna be in Oasis first, which pretty stock standard. I mean, you always go control, and it's definitely normally Lijiang Tower, but and then probably Nepal and then Oasis. I think
Mhm.
that's kind of the order of popularity and what gets picked normally. So not an abnormal map, but definitely not one we see all that often. So
Yeah, Oasis will be an interesting one. One we don't really see a lot. Granted, they did play it a lot during the week UKY land because UKY land they actually had set maps for every round. So they had to play Nepal a few times, and something they have been doing is they've been practicing a lot of control points because they want to get off to a good start in these matches.
absolutely. Something else to note during this game, we won't have Shocker in DPS, and instead we'll be running an Alfonso Pooter variation with Alfonso on tank and Pooter Scooter on DPS. Unlike last, or not last game, the game before last when it was Alfonso on DPS and Pooter on tank. Oh,
Oh,
that's a big deflect, getting off to a big start. That means Toledo is going to be down a lot of damage. Far being quite helpful.
yeah.
Um,
So usually they do have the mercy, so they have the res. They didn't decide to pop it there because it was so already over so quick. They just wanted to kite, get out, and reset. And Miami University gets the first cap.
yeah, and we'll have to see how this goes. On going a bit on the flank here, going uh, quite split up from the team. He's going to back up a little bit. Alfonso though getting
Oh,
a kill onto SD
yep,
and then
there's the
getting
res.
rezzed quite.
That's the bonus of mercy. May not be putting out the most healing without her ult, but still a very good thing. But that's the other problem is that using the res that early is also not very good in these long fights. Like for late there got put on so easily, and now the rest of Miami just goes in for the kill.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough for Toledo. They're gonna have to just back up and kind of regroup. I mean that was a bit of a rough fight. I think honestly Alfonso just or on sorry is just going straight into their backline and kind of destroying them. He's gotten the first pick in a lot of these or both of these fights really, except for actually Pudushkura got this last one onto the Kiri and then getting rezzed. But
Something to point out is that at the UKY land, Pharaoh Mercy was actually one of the things they lost against most frequently on the side of Miami. So honestly, I can see that they have been practicing against it a few times.
yeah,
They're playing against it
absolutely.
very well. They're knowing to just focus on that Mercy, getting her to a bad position, and then once it disconnect, you charge that Pharah.
And speaking of charging the Pharah, I mean, on already getting a kill onto the Pharah, and there's just stagger after stagger already. Pharah's just gonna be coming back, and the rest of the team is already dead. I wonder if they might be able to get Pharah. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Probably not though.
Don't want to be too greedy, otherwise
Yeah,
you can get caught out.
exactly.
That also happened during the UK one as well. A little bit of over pushes sometimes, getting a little bit caught out, but gotta be gotta be careful. Gotta respect the space.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's the orbital ray coming out. Terror Surge already happened. Blade. I mean, it looks like it's just cleanup at this point. I think Pooter Scooter. Oh, and they got point though. They got flip. Who's over? Is that the Mercy or the Pharah? It's the Mercy and Pharah. I take it back. But there's gonna be. Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh,
they're both
okay.
just
Well,
shut down. That's gonna be
Hooters
unfortunately.
just like get off my point.
That's gonna be very unfortunate for you, Toledo. I think that means that's gonna be round for them. I don't see them touching. Yeah.
Oh, Hooter didn't have to do it to him. Yeah, that was very good there. Pudisker on the Soda, not doing too bad really.
No,
First
not at
time
all.
seeing him play DPS this time. Usually he's our main tank boy,
Mm-hmm.
so he's doing pretty good. Gotta say that projectile aim with the Orisa has been kind of
Absolutely.
transfers over quite a bit.
It does transfer over quite well. It also helps I mean, uh, Soj is definitely one of like the best DPS in the game right now with her perks and everything. So I mean, I recently looked at the top 500 for DPS, and everybody except for like one person who was a May one trick had Soj in their top three played. It was actually just a crazy kind of statistic, but yeah, I mean, you definitely see it now and in the pro plays, but we'll have to see what happens here as Alfonso's just kind of running off to the side, getting a bit getting a bit of damage onto the Pharah. We'll see what happens. Toledo opting to go into the Zarya, which has been Miami's bane for the longest time.
Yeah, but we'll see if they can put again into it, but that's how you do it.
Oh.
Very good timing there from Miami. Honestly, here's the thing is that sorry would be problem, but Puda Scooter, they saw the stuff second volley popped, instantly popped E, right click away.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Torb is so strong right now, is because of his tank busting capabilities. Like sometimes it's like, why wouldn't you go reboot against tank? Just play Torb. It's the next seventh person or sixth person to your turret.
Yeah, Torb's also very popular right now. A lot of all of his perks are pretty decent. Being able to reload all of your ammo on your E ability, I can't think of what it's called right now, is very helpful. Also, all the different turret
Oh,
situations
yep.
that can happen. He's already getting called out right there.
Unfortunately, Sound Dub kind of messed them up a little bit there. Kind of getting pushed back by his own May. It's very unfortunate there.
Mm.
Something
They
quick
could have
cleanup.
done something very funny and staggered that guy right there, but they decided to just get him out of there. I mean, it really would have been beneficial to stagger. I mean, he's already close to ult, so even if he whips out the Glock as a mercy, I mean, he's not gonna. He gets ult, he doesn't get ult. He's already almost there, so.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of flank on the left side from the far. I can see it off to the left. See if Miami notices it. She doesn't get really close to Barrage. And
Terror
here we
Surge
go,
coming
big
up
push,
right here.
big push coming in. Lots of ults coming out, and then there's the Barrage. It's really gone to nothing. And yeah, there's just
There's the
not
Terror
much
Surge.
happening. There's Terror Surge gonna just kind of eviscerate the back line, put in a lot of damage, and that's a one time team
I'd
fight one.
I'd honestly argue that Terror Surge was not required there at all. I mean, the fight was already won. Two people were down from the side of Toledo. It was just like a. I guess he just wanted to clean it up. I guess I don't know. He ran in there, and I immediately thought that he was going to Terror Surge like at the beginning of the fight, because I mean it makes sense. There's a lot of people there. You pull him in, get picks first, but he held that for a lot longer than I thought he would, and it ended up being just kind of useless at the end of the fight. And that's Overclock coming out from On, and it's just the Mercy. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
I
Don't do
mean,
him like that.
what else is he gonna do?
Yeah,
He was guarding the touch, and Mercy just happened to be there. I guess I don't know.
there goes map one and going to Miami University. With University of Toledo's really only switch over was when they went on the flank while the rest of their team was dying.
Yeah, I think that I I I can't quite determine what the what is making this such a bad time for you, Toledo. I mean, Pooter's Scooter's doing really well. On is just getting picks, and I mean, I wonder if it's maybe it's the supports not being able to hit the support well enough. Maybe it's the tank not bubbling correctly, or like, is it positioning? Is it? I mean, there's so many different things it could be. I'm not quite sure what it is. Maybe I didn't notice any overextending because they couldn't even get out of their spawn. It felt like. I
No,
mean, maybe I don't know.
something I did notice is that, especially in the Zarya, Miami's gotten a lot better at having restraint, especially because I do. It is a kind of a meme in our team is that Puda Scooter and Alfonso both said this to me is that Zarya is their bane no matter what they play
Mhm.
because they
Mhm.
cannot resist the urge to hit the left click button.
Real.
So
I get
seeing
that.
a restraint from Alfonso there was very nice. Like he's making sure not to shoot when the bubble's up. He's finally having a little bit of restraint, and that comes with having a good backline of supports because Zarya can kind of melt through an Orisa if you're not really
Yeah.
cooldown
Yeah.
processing right. But with the backline that is nitrous oxide and killing, you kind of will never die as long as you play angles correctly.
Yeah. No, I mean, I used to play in high school and even before that, competitively, won some titles. But one of our coaches, he was like, you should only shoot bubble if you know, like for a fact, that you can kill the person that is in bubble. That is like the one time you shoot bubble, and like. it makes sense because you break a bubble. Zarya might have charge, or maybe Zarya's in the bubble and she's won. But you break bubble and then just die, and that's an unfortunate disadvantage for their team. They're down a bubble and they are down a player now, so it's a bit of a thing. So
And we're transitioning the game here on, I believe this is
Midtown,
Midtown. I couldn't remember. I've been playing Rivals too much.
yeah,
But yes,
good game.
yeah, right. It's fine. But Midtown here, interesting map. We haven't really seen much of it in the ESC streams so far, so we'll see what they decide to play on both Miami side and Toledo. It seems, yeah, Alfonso going for the Ramatra, which is kind of a better pick this season.
I would absolutely agree. I love playing Ramatra. We'll have to see how it works against the Zarya. I know a lot of times, like I I would play Zarya over the Ramatra. Ramatra is very fun to play, but I feel like Zarya is able to get through the shield more. And when Alfonso goes into Nemesis form, he's punching away and whatever, and it's it's not very useful to just stand there and not be punching something. And so when bubble goes up, you just want to punch the bubble, right? Like they was kind of
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But
Something else to point out is that Killian is on the Mercy, which from this UK Wineland, I found out that was actually her main character she played for a while, and she absolutely loves playing it. It's just Mercy's not the best character right now, but they're just trying to pull it out because they realize they're playing Mercy. We'll match it. Have some fun.
yeah, it looks like Toledo not really able to do anything all quite yet. It looks like Farah's gonna go over the top. Wait, yeah, sorry, Farah was gonna go over the top, but already going super low, and they're just gonna have to back up. Alfonso holding the high ground pretty well until he's not.
Yeah. There's luckily Honest kind of wonderful sleep there from Nitrous Oxide.
Wait, that's crazy.
Hit long range. That's his beautiful Ana gameplay that we've always loved seeing. Such a good player on that Ana.
Yeah, Nemesis form coming out. He gets the oh wow. Anyway. Holy cow. I feel like I'm not thinking this round for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Both Mercy's kind of pocketing their side of the team. I mean,
Yeah, they're the Flyers. It's just a mid-air battle sometimes.
Yeah.
But it seems that they forego the Farah for the McCree. Kind of a good pick here, mostly because one of his perks does give him that flashbang, I believe, again.
true.
And then Pooter Scooter is on the Tracer and On's on the Echo, so it's kind of pretty good counter against most of Miami's team.
Oh, I like the Zarya. I like this. And already like over 100 charge or at 100 charge. Like that's just how fast you get it sometimes. And it's
The Mercy
I
fell
love
in. That was wonderful there from On. One ult kind of just wrapping everything up.
Oh,
Pooter Scooter cleaning up.
you know what would be fun if when you were Echo and you switched to a character, you could also build abilities, or what if like you're level 2, right? And so you already have a minor ability as Echo, and you just get a random minor ability of the character you copied. That'd be fun.
I believe the way they would do, though, if they do decide to do that, would be just get the perks that they've already have.
Oh, that would make sense
Probably the
actually.
most likely thing would be the easy thing.
What a
Wonderful
stick.
stick there from Pooter Scooter, showing off his just mechanical gameplay, because we usually just view him as a tank player, but mechanics ain't that bad.
Yeah, no, his tank game isn't terrible, you know. I always get told I have tank aim, you know. Tanks don't need to aim. You've got Reinhardt, he just swings, and Monkey is auto aim, so you don't need to aim.
Except when both of them ain't really that meta currently.
Yeah, I mean, I have a 100% win rate on Ryan because I've played one game with him. But I mean,
And
you
keep
know,
it that way.
I'm gonna keep it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of tanks this season. Not really being able to be viable. A few of them on like situational, but kind of hard for a lot of tanks to play currently, just because there's so many impressive ones in the form of Ramatra, Malga, Orisa. It's just harder for a lot of tanks. Oh, big play here coming out. Seems there's a little bit of a big fight here.
Nemesis form coming out. I'd bet you Annihilation comes out here. There's a whole lot of ults actually.
He's killed ult again already.
That is really fast. There's Orbital Ray from Toledo, and Mercy ult as well just popped. On is using his, and there's the Annihilation from
Oh, don't
Alfonso.
do it to him, Killian.
Oh.
Don't do it to him.
Oh, it's
Killian!
beautiful. It's beautiful.
The Mercy gameplay right there, pulling out the Glock.
And there Alfonso's able to just get the final pick, and it's a team kill. Toledo's just going to have to back up, and Super Ninja actually not quite staggered, but he was a little bit staggered there. We got a bit of a flank. Oh, almost a one clip. That would have been fun. That's a one clip.
Oh, wonderful there.
That's
Miami
not
just
quite a one
showing
clip, but that's a
superior
yeah.
teamwork and honestly, just pure gameplay.
Yeah, I think it might purely be mechanics. Unfortunately, I think Miami is just able to pull off more. They just get picks. They get picks. I think that's flat out what it is. U Toledo just is unfortunately not able to get picks. Whether that's the amount of damage they do, but it's just nobody's dying unfortunately, and ooh, I
Yeah.
don't
Oh, Killian
know.
apologizing for that little bit of a little bit of that Glock gameplay against the Juno.
hmm Yeah, I mean, is that name supposed to be like that? SD457.
I think it is because I believe that Killian does know the person probably.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. Well, they've got some funny names over there. Pharaoh?
Yugi Pharaoh.
Yugi Pharaoh?
A little bit of a
Sounds
Yu-Gi-Oh!
dumb. I like that. I like that.
Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I was never a huge Yu-Gi-Oh person. I did Pokemon and maybe a bit of Beyblade, but like I don't know about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, UKY land, we did actually go to a Pokemon store. It had no packs. It only had Beyblades. Like
Wait, there was only
it was only
Beyblades?
Beyblades. It labeled as a Pokemon store. It did have like single cards, like like
hmm
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just in like sleeves. But then a whole other counter was all dedicated to
I,
Beyblades.
I didn't even know Beyblades were a huge thing anymore.
It was
I
a
don't
little bit of
know.
a smaller shop off the beaten path, but we
Fair
decided to
enough.
just chill out because we were looking for packs and have some luck for the tourney.
Uh huh. Uh
A
huh.
little bit of fun
Naturally,
time.
naturally. Well, we're gonna have to see what's happening here. Alfonso going the Rhine and Hooter Scooter going.
Oh, they
Oh wow, wait, this is a bit interesting.
oh they
They're
have this
probably gonna
Tele
TP point and then just
bunker.
pirate ship this. Yeah, or no, I guess it's not pirate ship. It would be bunker in this situation. Yep, there it is. Yep, very interesting. I mean, Miami just on point now. Alfonso kind of running, like
Running it
holding the
down.
front line and not letting them do anything.
Wonderful
Fire
fire
strikers
strike,
down.
hitting at least 3 there.
Yep. They're you might or you Toledo down everybody. I mean that's game right there.
Yeah, that's game 2 going to
Wow.
Miami.
Wow indeed. That's something. That's something. We got is it best of 3 or best of 5? I don't even remember. I
I
think it's
believe
best
it's
of 5,
best
right?
of 5 because this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
ESC.
This is ESC
Best
now.
of 3 would be Queen City Clash.
Yes, yes. That's what I was. My bad. We're-
Yeah, it's fine. That was it.
Yeah.
Everyone at the UK Wildland thought it was best of 5 until someone it went 2 and 1,
Yeah.
and then we're like, oh.
Oh, I guess not.
Oh, it was like that. It was like that. Hungry Box meme where it gets told to the side, like, "Hey, yeah, by the way, you lost already.
Yeah.
It's not. You're gone. I'm sorry." And then he just sits there, depressing.
Well, now we got to figure out what's next. I mean, the game is just a bit lopsided right now. I can't even lie. I mean, oof.
Yeah, mechanical wise, team wise, honestly, kind of hero pick wise, because a little bit of interesting. Toledo's just sticking with the Mercy pick when it seems not to be working. Like honestly, they could have stuck instead of switching to McCassie from far. They could have done Echo and just mirrored, and maybe done made something work. But I don't know if that was enough because honestly, I think An is just such a more skilled
Mhm.
player. Like he was 1v1ing the Cassidy as the Echo still. So we'll see what they decide to do.
I wonder if there is any switches that they can make that would just make them inherently better. Maybe like a do you think a junk or like they tried far already? Like what I'm thinking here is maybe AOE, right? Maybe they just spam junk into the choker, spam junk into the Miami, and maybe they're able to do something with that. Or Reaper, get in there and do that. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, probably the most likely thing they could do to make something work would be a hyper death ball, like he was
Yeah.
saying, like something with junk. Like honestly, junk Reaper together might be diabolical, but it's just I don't know if Mercy
hmm
with I can't I think it was a Juno they had. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's enough healing. Even though Juno puts out so much healing, I think honestly Brig would be better than just
hmm
like Orisa as well. That would be a pretty good comp
I
fit
mean,
to what Miami does.
honestly, Juno Lucio could be good. Juno Brig, like you were saying, could be good. I mean, just a whole lot of speed would be pretty. It could be good. But it looks like U Toledo gonna stick with Super Ninja on the Pharah and then Yugi Pharaoh on the Mercy. I mean, stock standard for them, I guess. Alfonso deciding to go on the ball. That's interesting. I wonder if
A little bit of a camaraderie happening in the chat.
yeah, yeah,
Everyone being it's still nice seeing everyone being a little bit of sportsmanship to each other, even
mhm,
though it's kind
mhm.
of a big deficit.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
Indeed, it is. we'll have to see how this game goes because we can't say it's over yet. We cannot say that.
It's happened before. We've gone reverse swept once before, I believe.
Hmm.
Last semester, that was very saddening to watch.
It was rough. It was rough. On the Hanzo, he's already like below half. So is Farah on U Toledo and Pooter Scooter getting
I'm
going
getting
way back
caught
in the
out by
back.
them free, but it seems Alfonso's just wreaking havoc in the back line. Oh, a little bit caught out there. That McCree probably will die. Buddha
Yep.
Scooter and Alfonso with the coordination is beautiful. But unfortunately, the Farah's just kind of picking people off on the point. Killian goes down. Anna is still coming back, I believe. But Buddha Scooter finds another one in the form of Juno, and then another one in the form of the Mercy. Buddha Scooter is finding these picks because they just leave him wide open.
Woo!
That Mercy rosing out in the open, not realizing the Buddha's there, just watching.
Holy, that's a 4K from
Okay.
Pooter.
Wonderful.
Insane.
You can hear him screaming in the
Yeah.
background.
Yep.
we heard him. We
Yep.
heard him like, oh.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch this because I know, of course, as we were just saying earlier, Pooter Scooter the tank. I mean, you don't often see him on this DPS move. I didn't know you could hold on to that forever. I thought there was a 5 second
Oh,
on that.
wonderful pile driver. That was beautiful. Nothing really dying, but it's. Oh no, that's a big mine from the side of Miami. Kind of
Yeah.
just blocking them all off, and then they're just kind of cleaning up. Very
Unfortunate. Dang. I mean, it's gonna be a U Toledo group up, and then oh
nitrous.
oh, Killian being a bit of a distraction, and then TPing over. All right.
Unfortunately,
the
they did
pound.
have to actually push out there and try and put some damage in, because unfortunately, Killian TPing there gives a sound cue to the enemy team, and they're already so far up. Kind of a little bit of misplay there, but it just doesn't matter. The DPS from Pooter, and then also the coordination from Alfonso, the
Yeah.
healing from the rest of the team is just too much. They're literally in their spawn door.
They are in fact in their spawn now. It's a bit crazy, and Pooter Scooter's fighting it out. I would definitely get out of there as soon as you can.
Alfonso says, "Screw it, I'm still going around. I'm rolling."
Yeah, and now they're on the second point, which is going to be, oh, what is this one? This one isn't Garden. Garden's the other one.
Temple?
Temple. No, Temple's the blue one. I thought, right? This one could be Temple.
Blue
I
one?
don't know. The blue one,
I
with
thought
the
it
pit.
was Courtyard.
No, Courtyard is the one we were just at. Oh, okay. And there's the
Beautiful.
Alfonso kill.
Yep. With a pulse bomb assist from Buddha Shooter. Trying to just stay alive. Because, oh, not just Oxide falls, unfortunately. But now Alfonso's just up there shooting all the healers, being just a bothersome target. And Killian finds a shot of the Mercy. It's a lot of miscoordination from Toledo.
Yeah, there's a bit of a there's just a bit of a mispositioning. I mean, I it's rather unfortunate that both of the supports were out in just the middle of nowhere, for Alfonso to just shoot over and over again.
Oh,
Okay, and that's an unfortunate cage.
yeah, and that thing burst down super quickly because of the amount of damage that Miami had.
Yeah,
And now Alfonso just setting up here, waiting for the pile drive with the mines.
both Feral Ape and SD used ults there, and it was already a losing fight. Neither ult went off when like the entire team was there, and it's just a bit of a misplay.
Good situational awareness from Feral Ape, though, finding Buddha Scooter there. But
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate. Oh, unfortunate.
yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do much, unfortunately.
Just gonna chase down the Maga, they do not care.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I.
We heard on in the background. Before he didn't want to die there, unfortunately.
No, he didn't. And it's just gonna be cleanup. I mean, yep, there goes Killian onto the Yugi. Well,
They're chasing down this
Yeah.
Juno.
they're going
This
straight
is
into
a
their
little
spawn.
bit of bullying. They're not even heading towards a point,
Yeah,
really.
see the blue one. This is the blue one. That's Temple, I thought. Oh wow,
These pulses
what a
from Pooter
decision.
have been wild. And then on goes into the Junkrat. My guy, dude. Junkrat was my thing back in Overwatch 1, back when he first got his double mines.
Yeah.
And he was just broken.
Oh yeah.
Because his grenade still had no like knockback or fall off.
Mhm.
He's going in for it.
Yeah, this is
Go Pooters.
high noon.
Oh
Oh, Pooter's
no,
dead, or On's
Han!
dead. Yep. And
He just looked him in his eyes and was like, I face death.
mhm, mhm.
It's unfortunate.
And unfortunately, that's two ults down for
Oh,
Toledo.
the tech there from
Yep.
Alfonso and wonderful minds in the middle of the whole team. And then just kind of separating, but falling really low.
That's kind of crazy. Alfonso was so low, and the Pharah could have kept shooting him as he was rolling away, but there was just no follow up there.
Oh, wonderful shots from Killian. Good tracking all the way around from all of Miami.
I don't even know what to say anymore. This just feels mean.
Feels like bullying
Yeah, just a bit.
with with uh, with Pudaskur just trolling the back line. They
Ooh.
can't even touch point. I don't think. Big pile drive again. Doing
Oh
so
my
much damage.
goodness. Oh my
And
goodness.
then speed.
Oh, and he didn't even get to point. That is unfortunate.
Fortunately, I believe that University Toledo lost that game without Cap getting a single percent.
On really any of their. I know they
But
got one on control because of the
yes,
back cap. That's
that was just real
that was
unfortunate.
very well played by Miami,
Yes.
and maybe a bit of some misplays on the side of Toledo. You know, it happens, and maybe soon it will happen less.
Yes. Going back to the drawing board, try to rework some things. Maybe play some ranked.
Yeah,
Get in there.
yeah. I mean, it really did just feel like there was just. I don't like to say this, but it felt like there was a skill diff or a skill gap.
It wasn't even like between characters. It was like a full
Yeah,
team. Like
yeah,
I just felt it felt kind of like watching the difference between like an old school old WL team
yeah,
and a contenders.
yeah. I mean, it's a bit
It
rough.
was like
Yeah.
watching like one of the college football teams facing an NFL team.
Yes.
It's like that. That's a better
Yes.
scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of
There
rough.
were definitely some things that weren't terrible. I feel it felt like maybe the Malga pick wasn't awful. I think that he was doing damage. Maybe an unfortunate cage, but I mean, like,
There's not much you can do in that
yeah,
situation.
a bit unfortunate, but
Yeah, but because of that, Miami University will be going 6-3 in the ESC conference. Very good. A few more matches left. I believe 4. I believe because we go to
maybe
13 at least. I think.
I think
And
so.
University of Toledo going 0-9. Really unfortunate for them, but that will be all from us tonight. The rest of the Overwatch this week is just the Queen City Clash, which I think you can catch on their live stream. I can't remember exactly. I believe it's University of Cincinnati that's going to be streaming it.
Yes, I think it's UC Esports. I
UC
believe.
Esports. Catch it over there. We will be competing, trying to make a long bracket run. We are 10th seed. I can't remember exactly who we're facing first, but it should be a very fun time all the way because I believe it's double elimination, so you'll at least be getting 2 games guaranteed. So
Absolutely.
that'll be a very fun time, but that'll be all from us from tonight. A very quick stream, unfortunately, but sometimes it's how
It
this things
happens. It
fall. So
happens.
we will see you next week for another stream on Tuesday this time, not another one on Wednesday. So we will see you then.
Thanks for watching.